Hello, everybody. This is your teacher, Julian Marin. We're going to be reviewing Martes de Prueba number 6 for the 9th grade. Now, I'm going to start presenting so we can focus on the test. Okay, so right here, what we have is an exercise in which we need to select which would be the best options to complete the text. This is usually called filling the gap. So we have questions 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. On the left, you can see the text. It is incomplete, and we need to complete it with the options given as A, B, and C for each one of these gaps. So let's start. PISA was, okay, so that is the first indicator. Something that we need to keep in mind is that the evaluators are always going to check if we know how to use concepts or grammatical elements like verbs, for example, in past tense, right? So that is essential. Over here with the first two words, we know that we're talking past tense. That is very, very crucial to keep in mind. So PISA was first, and then we have enables, the options. Invent, invents, and invented. The only one that is in past tense is invented. So that is why the correct option will be option C. So it will go like, pizza was first invented in Naples, Italy, as a fast, affordable, tasty meal for working class. While we all know and love these slices of today, pizza actually, then we have 22. Actually what? Actually didn't, actually don't, or actually doesn't. So the only one in past tense in this case would be A. And remember that example in 21, invents would be for the third person, doesn't would be for the third person too. So it is negative, but in this case is didn't, okay? Pizza actually didn't gain mass appeal until the 1940s, when immigrating Italians brought their classic slices to the United States. While topped flatbreads were consumed in ancient Egypt and Rome, Italians are credited as the people who invented pizza first. During the 1700s and 1800s, Naples was a city where overcrowding and primarily outdoor living forced locals to find quick, easy ways to feed. Number 23. Options to feed what? Their families, your families, or her families. Of course, we're talking about Italians, right? So over here, plural would be their, right? Their families. Pizza became a common dish because of its limited ingredients and handy portability. But 24. He was, it was, we was. Of course, over here we're talking about pizza. Pizza is an it. So the option will be B. But it was considered a street food for the poor, unsuitable for the upper class. Then we got the final paragraph in which we have the final question 25. Italy may be where pizza was invented, but it wasn't, and then we have three options. Since Napolitans, from Napolitans, or until Napolitans. So over here, we need to take a look to the other ideas in the phrase. So, but it wasn't Napolitans crossed the Atlantic. It wasn't until would be the correct option, okay? It wasn't until Napolitans crossed the Atlantic, that this cheesy cuisine started to really take off. The first documented pizza parlor, Lombardi's, opened in Manhattan in 1905, and it's still open today. Before then, there were many unlicensed vendors selling slices to hungry Italian Americans. Okay, so with this, we're going to finish the review for today. I hope you have found it interesting, and I hope you have found it also educational, because those are the objectives of this strategy. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you in the future.